And what is it usually that people find attractive in the 8-step process of yoga? Who cares for the stages higher up? And who finds yam and niyam exactly fascinating? It is neither dharana, dhyan and samadhi that attract. Yam and niyam are obviously prohibitive. Pratyahar is about gathering yourself from the outside and withdrawing into oneself. So what is it that really appeals? What accounts for the massive popularity of yoga? Well-toned bodies. And the promise that your diabetes or arthritis or obesity or stiffness in the body will be taken care of. Fine, forget dhyan. How many people even display interest in pratyahar? Because pratyahar does not really fascinate the ego. But a well-toned body does. I'm not alleging that all yoga practitioners are seeking only bodily attractiveness. But that's what happens most of the times. And that also explains why even renowned teachers with perfect yoga-toned bodies have often discovered to be very mediocre, even vicious human beings. Because it was not really the final unity that they were after. Yoga is final oneness. And that final oneness is not really a merger. That final oneness is your dissolution. Only the real one remains. That is yoga. It's not as if you and the other one enter into some kind of pact. A 50-50 JV. Yoga simply means you are gone. You are no more. Only the truth is, only the one that deserves to continue, continues, and you, the unworthy one, disappear. That's yoga. And that's not what we are after. And surely that's not what we get. But yoga is so popular. Yoga is so popular because it gives a body identified person what a body identified person would want. What? A better body. A better body. People would ask, would my digestion improve? Would I get better and deeper sleep? And the yoga teacher would entice him. Oh, you'd start looking 10 years younger. Now this is a yoga teacher. And that's what he is telling the student. Come, enroll. You'd look 10 years younger. And it's a 6-month course. Minimum of 10 kg weight loss is guaranteed. So happy. Your skin will glow, ma'am. And we'll turn your muscles into rubber. And all these stretch marks and wrinkles, they'll be gone. Are you ridding her of desire or provoking more desire? That's how the whole thing works. That's how the whole thing has always worked. That's what makes the Rishi of Niralam Upanishad say that Ashtang Yoga is a bondage. And it should not be interpreted to mean that the Rishi is selectively targeting only Ashtanga Yoga. What he's saying is anything that you do, even the highest thing in your personal estimate, for the fulfillment of your desire, would only contribute to the pre-existing set of your bondages. You are in bondage, and from that point you do something to be relieved of the bondage, and the result is even more bondage. Can you let this sink in? You are in bondage. Like people who accidentally find themselves in quagmires. Thick, deep, muddy waters. They are in bondage. Now from that position, what do they try to do? They want to just throw about their limbs and do something quite vigorously, rather desperately, to be relieved of their state. The result? They keep sinking deeper in bondage. Or a little kitten. That has somehow managed to get entangled in a mass of wool yarn. Little kitten. And there is a ball of yarn. Seen those yarn balls? Our mothers used to knit sweaters using those. And the kitten has somehow managed to get entangled. And what does it do now? It energetically tries to gain freedom. The result? It gets all the more entangled. That's the ego for you. So that's the danger. How to avoid this danger? Avoid yourself. You are the danger. Doesn't matter that the scripture that you are using is the highest. Doesn't matter that the path of yoga you have selected is the highest. Nothing matters. No means will be effective if you are the driver of the means. Getting it? You may give a supercomputer to a criminal. It only adds to his destructive power. It doesn't quite transform him. There is a lowly thief. He steals bicycles. He started his career with stealing seats from bicycles. Now he has graduated to picking away entire bicycles. You make this thief sit in a high-end BMW. And you hand over the key. And after an hour, you expect a Buddha to emerge from the car? No Buddha will emerge from the car because there will be no car. Your wannabe Buddha has bicycled away the car. He has done with the car what he has always done with bicycles. That's what. Give the thief Ashtang Yoga, and he will do with Ashtang Yoga what he has done with any resource all his life. Because everything is a resource to him. His first commitment is towards his own preservation. The ego is his God. He says, I have to continue. Now, whatever you give me has to be in service of my continuation. I am the Lord, everything else is the servant. I will remain as I am. Are you getting it? Now we are taking very blatant examples where it is obviously, brazenly clear that the fellow is evil-minded. That's not how we always operate. We mask our intentions. The thief is clear. I want to steal. There might come somebody and say, you see, I very well know that if I trust myself and my intellect, then I'll never change. So my intention really is not self-preservation. My intention is dissolution. And therefore, I am entering the process of yoga. Don't think that this fellow is necessarily submissive or willing to change. This fellow might be much more wicked than the thief. You know what this chap will do? The thief hijacked the process, right? This fellow will not hijack the process. This fellow will put the entire responsibility of his improvement or transformation or dissolution upon the process. He will say, you see, now I am a student of yoga. Therefore, yoga has to take care of me. I will do nothing. What will be done by yoga. Or now I am in the tutelage of some great teacher. So why do I need to be responsible anymore? I am not responsible anymore. Who is responsible? The teacher. But neither a process nor a teacher can work without your consent. Ultimately, it's about your transformation, your life. Things will change if you really want them to change. Otherwise, no change is going to come. So you won't really allow the change to come by saying that, who am I? I am a little speck of dust. The great teacher must now be in the driver's seat. He holds great responsibility for my improvement. And if I try to do anything while he is at work, then I might be obstructing his work. Therefore, I'll do nothing. I'll do nothing. And this fellow sounds so respectful, so obedient. He is far more nefarious than the thief. The thief was at least clear with his intentions. I am a thief, I'll steal. This fellow is trying to act as a yoga practitioner or a disciple, whereas he has no intention at all of embracing samadhi. The thief will just hurt you once, he has taken away the car, fine. This fellow will keep hurting the teacher continuously. And he will defame the whole process, the whole system, the teacher included. He will say, you see, I was there and I completely handed myself over. I said, I'll do nothing. I am now all yours. You are the puppeteer, I am the puppet. Such was my surrender to the process and the teacher. And yet, see, no improvement happened. This is what he will say. He will cause the whole thing a deeper damage than any thief can ever cause. His resistance is passive. And when resistance is passive, it is even more insidious. The thief's ways are open and active. Are you getting it? Can you imagine this fellow? He is one of us. He is within us. Declaring externally sadly, inwardly proudly, you see, I have tried everything, all kinds of yoga, all kinds of teachers, but nothing works, All these yoga systems are dated and all the teachers are fraudsters. Nothing works. I haven't improved. And that's why the Upanishad says that the sankalp that makes you enter Ashtang Yoga is a bondage. You are so obstinate that you will turn even yoga and gods and the best of men into your tools. Getting it? Like somebody hell-bent on ending his life, throwing himself in front of a high-speed train. The high-speed train was meant to take you to a beneficial station, was it not? That was the entire vision. That sane people will board the train and use it to reach their destinations. But you can use even such a fine product to destroy yourself. And that's how most of us are in the inward sense. We might not jump in front of trains. But then there are more ways of destroying life than one. You need not physically kill yourself. You can keep mentally killing yourself. It's a great way to keep mentally killing yourself by abdicating the responsibility of your transformation. You might say, now I am with the great Patanjali and let him take care of me. How will Patanjali take care of you? You are so determined that you will take care of yourself. What can Patanjali do? Getting it? So, there is a great problem with all processes, methods, and the guidance of teachers. The method might be there, but you are the one applying that method. The teacher might teach, but you are the one receiving the teaching. Therefore, it's all squarely upon you. But the teacher or the renowned process makes it easy for you to abdicate responsibility. And it makes it easier for you as well to declare that you are such a gone case that even Patanjali could not help you. If even Patanjali failed in uplifting me, surely there is no possibility of upliftment. Therefore, let me continue as I am. If even Patanjali failed on me, surely I am not made to improve. Maybe there is some genetic problem or something, I do not know. But what is certain is that even the best of teachers could not transform me. So fine, now that there is no hope of improvement, why waste time and energy in trying to improve? A better use of time and energy is have fun. And you got what you wanted, right? Cheap and dirty fellow. This is what you always wanted. To have your cheap and little and dirty fun. And to have that little thing, you went to the extent of denigrating and defaming even Ashtang Yoga, even Patanjali, even the best of teachers. Just to relieve your guilty conscience. You want to tell yourself, it's not that I didn't want to be better. You see, I wanted to be better, and the proof is that I went to Patanjali. But even Patanjali could not do anything. So I said, fine. Now let me enjoy life. The fact is, you did not allow Patanjali to do anything. It says that there is danger in Ashtang Yoga. And this is exactly what the ego wants to order from the menu, right? Yes. Ashtang Yoga is a problem, Upanishads are a problem, Bhakti is a problem, Bhagavad Gita is a problem. All these are just bondages. So why go after them? What is the point? The ego loves to hear this. I do not need the Bhagavad Gita. I do not need Ashtanga Yoga. They all lead to bondages. They all lead to conditioning. The pig emerging freshly from the gutter is saying, I do not need the soap and the shampoo. They are just external things, and they will become a layer on my pure and pristine skin. See, there is proof. You look at anybody using soap, and there is so much foam, so much of an external thing on his existence. We do not need these things. We are pure as we are, says the pig. Raising a stench that cannot allow you to stand in 200 meters radius of the gutter sage. Or there can be even more fascinating arguments. All is one. So why have a deprecating attitude towards night soil? If God is everywhere, then He is there even in the contents of the gutter. Why must I unnecessarily discriminate? Since all is one, therefore the Bhagavad Gita and the grocery store pamphlet are the same. And I read a lot of grocery store pamphlets. Why do I need Bhagavad Gita? Or, I am already Brahm, am I not? You are Brahm, I am Brahm. It's quite egalitarian. There is nothing but Brahm. Alright, if I am not Brahm, at least I am 50% Shiva. And why do I need the Bhagavad Gita? Look at your face. You 50% Shiva. How do you manage to sleep? How do you manage to look into the mirror? It's because of people like you that such verses had to be composed to warn. The verse says, there is bondage in the worship of gods and men. You can worship Shiv with the entire hidden purpose of just furthering bondage in the world. You have to be very, very careful. Nothing will work, as they say, if you do not. Nothing will change for you if you do not. Therefore, from where I look at it, it all boils down to one word: intention. Do you even want the truth? Or another equivalent word, honesty. Is there honesty in your want? Many years back, someone used to keep saying, I tried this, I tried that. I've been in sadhana since many decades now. And his favorite refrain was, Mila nahi kuch. Didn't get anything. Mila nahi kuch. And one day, a bit fed up, I said, Chahiye kya? He used to repeat, Mila nahi. And I said, Chahiye kya? Did you even want it? But it's a great way to shun responsibility and play the victim card. I tried my best. You can't blame me. I visited 6 teachers, did a 9-month course at Rishikesh, even flew abroad once to meet one great American master. मिला नहीं कुछ.